Hey everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of the inaugural Wyoming Hall of Fame Championship here in Cheyenne, Wyoming on the Little America golf course.
Yep, there's a lot of fun watching these guys play on this course. It's a big course, a lot of fun to watch the big throws. Got Eagle McMahon sitting at 6 down through 9 holes.
Just tearing this course apart.
And
In some pretty formidable
serious
conditions.
wind, yeah. It doesn't seem as much like it on the video as it was, but it was blowing pretty good out there.
And we're about to get into the backside, which is less protected.
Yeah.
Josiah here is from Wellington. He comes up here to Cheyenne a lot and plays a lot of our tournaments. It's always a pleasure to see him here.
We got Dakota Turner here, one of our commentators.
Yours truly.
He's sitting at 1 over for the round. Had a couple of bogeys in this wind. It's not too surprising. And then we got Xavier Locke. He's also sitting at 1 down.
He started kind of slow at the beginning, but really started turning it on here by the end. And I'm excited I can't remember everything that happened, so I want to see it all happen again.
Then we have Benjamin Bradley. He's had a rough start, but he's starting to fight his way back as well. Starting to get some good putts going on. And it's tough to get a good putting game going in winds like this.
He's mostly just had some bad breaks here and there.
Yeah. And then hole 10 here it says 380, which, yeah, that's probably about right. And it's over water for a good portion of the throw if you choose to throw the hyzer. And there's a right to left wind that's kind of a tailwind, so it's going to be really pushing to the left. So going to have to play it over that water to be safe if you throw the hyzer.
And I think Eagle's actually throwing a tactic here.
Seems like he threw that tactic quite a bit out on this course.
He's a little blocked, but he should have something around that tree.
Yeah, and like I said, he took it out wide over the water. He just didn't get the wind push he was expecting.
A little bit of a trip on the X step there, the follow through there from Xavier.
Oh, and that's going to put him out of bounds in the parking lot.
That wind just sliding it across the street.
Josiah puts it out there, but it just drops once it got out there. It's actually going to find the water. Benjamin put it out pretty wide, but just not quite wide enough. A little wider, it would have probably dug into that hill instead of skipping off of the top. Ooh, and a little, okay. Got a little drop there at the end, but it looks like you're safe up on dry land.
Almost a link on that one. That wind was just pushing him all the way toward, like it was going right toward the basket, basically.
Yeah. So Xavier here looking to try and save his 3. That'll be an easy 4 to clean up. And you were totally blocked.
All I could do is just chop it into the ground.
That gets you up there, though. Yeah, you can see Eagle looking at having to turn it around the tree
like
a little.
Horseshoe putt and cans it.
Perfect.
That was awesome.
You can see by how far he's having to walk. That wasn't a short putt. That definitely wasn't a gimme.
Uphill, from a knee, around a tree, in a tailwind, just everything.
Oh,
Ooh.
Just a little left side. Ooh, and Josiah just squeaks that over the top.
That's a really good putt to save that bogey there, and that drop into the water was just devastating.
Yeah. Benjamin will clean up his bogey. It's like Xavier will probably do the same. Leave you to clean up your par.
Yeah, I didn't really have any look at the basket from where I was.
Yeah, it's
it's
a great par, though.
The OB is so easy to find on this hole.
Yeah.
Usually it's left where Xavier and Benjamin ended up going, and you can hit that path on the bottom of the hill and skip all the way up to the
Yep.
yeah.
I
street
have
up there.
definitely done that, so I know exactly what you mean. That
Eagle with an amazing putt around that tree.
Yeah, that's a birdie that is hard to get, especially from where he was, but wow. So hole 11, it's a 541 foot par 4, but it's downhill, so it plays less. It's definitely a runnable shot.
That golf green there seems to be the prime landing zone for a lot of these drives, and so it's really kind of a situation. Do you want to punch all the way across the green, or do you want to just lay it up to the green?
Yeah. Looks like Eagle just clipped that tree to the right of the fairway and fell, but he'll be alright there. It looks like you got hold of that one. Definitely punched over the green on that one.
Yeah, I've tried to lay up to the green and then gone deep too many times, and now I just say, heck with it. I'm just going to go for it.
It worked for you that time for sure.
Xavier looks like he just didn't quite get the flip.
Ooh, it's
he
not
wanted.
flipping up for him, is it?
No, that's a
Oh.
really tough spot to be.
Yeah, he got deep enough that those trees are a real issue. If you go left early and are short, it's not really a problem, but where he's at, that can be tough.
Ooh, and that's great.
That's a really well played shot. That one's a little right. Let's see if
Might
it can
push
fight.
through those trees.
Oh, he clipped the same tree Eagle hit, it looks like.
He's going for the sidearm approach up and over the green.
Oh, that's
Right
a
up to the
great
basket.
approach.
Great.
It's like Eagle's looking at the same kind of a line.
It's looking pretty good. Ooh, deep.
Yeah, looks like a little more skip than he was looking for. There can be some low branches back there that can make putting pretty tough. And that is a great looking sidearm roller
That
from Xavier.
is a scramble for the ages.
Yeah, just to get a look like that for a putt is pretty impressive. It's a nice backhand approach from
good
Josiah
upshot.
there.
Nice and clean all the way there.
Oh, just a little short on that. That was such a good putt.
Mark in the corner.
Xavier for a 3 out of those trees. Oh, a little too high. What a run, though. To even have a look at that is so impressive.
That upshot was incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, and he squeaks it over. That was, like I said, you can see him ducking under the branches. There's a little lower ceiling than you'd like over there.
Good birdie from Benjamin.
That was such a nice approach shot he threw. That little sidearm was so smooth. You gotta look for your birdie here.
Tried for that eagle.
It's
I'll
a
take
good
that.
birdie, though.
I will take that.
Yeah.
Josiah had a really good upshot here too. Puts him in just tap-in range, and with the conditions the way they were, tap-ins is what you were putting.
Yeah. You don't really want to risk too much longer of a putt on days like this.
All in all,
So,
clean hole. Very well played by the
4
card.
birdies and 1 par. That's pretty impressive. That approach shot can be really touchy with all those low branches and the high floor, really.
And then Eagle's still on a roll here. Got 3 in a row here.
Yeah. And then we got hole 12, par 3, 368. But there's OB just long of the basket a little ways. And then there's OB just to the right of the basket with that green. I don't think the path was OB,
Path
was
playing
it?
is safe during this tournament.
Okay. And that appears to be that same tactic he threw on 10.
Yeah, and parks it.
That is a very impressive shot. I wouldn't be looking at a tactic off that tee.
No, putter off this is just just awesome.
That was a nice throw from you. A little short, little left, but open. That's a great shot. And we got Josiah. Oh, a little low, a little wide.
Needs to punch across the green.
Oh, and it flattened. Oh.
No.
And that's the real fear on this one, is that you end up just short and right and you're OB. Benjamin got a nice high
that
shot.
Angle looks great.
Oh, and hit just the back of the green right down the hill. That's a great shot. Xavier looking to do the same thing here.
Ooh.
Little lower and tighter.
But that's carrying pretty straight.
Oh, just clips a little branch. That's still not bad. It's a long
like
putt, but that's a
out,
putt.
maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely inside circle 2.
That was a good upshot. Like that same beetle, I think.
Yep. Here's where Xavier's finished. Oh, he clipped that branch a little bit. He's still got an easy 3 from there, though. No harm. Oh, and just a little high again. Darn it.
I'm trying to go high to, there's a tailwind there.
Right.
Ooh!
That one did a little dancing around in there. You could see him kind of hesitate when he threw it in there.
Thought it might have bounced back at him.
Yeah.
It's a good putt.
It's a good save for bogey after ending up on the green.
Now we're to Eagles Drive.
Yeah, he'll finally get to try and make his birdie. Which, of course, no problem.
That was an amazing shot. With a tactic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beaten in one, but that still flies so great.
Yeah, I think he was saying it was one of the original tactic runs. I don't know if that'd be prototype or just the first run ones, the first tactic, or razor claw.
I ended up with 2 birdies, 2 pars, and a bogey for that hole, scoring pretty average.
So here we come to the next par 5. Another 900 feet. This one's flat, though, but kind of a similar shape to the fairway.
It is almost a straight headwind.
And you need to really crush it off of this tee if you want to have any chance at the 3. He starts it out on a little hyzer, and it's bending right the whole way.
It's started to flatten out a little bit, a little higher. That might have had the time to fight out and get all the way around the corner.
Yeah, that is such a good drive. Even without fighting out, that is such a good drive. And oh, there it is. Okay, Benjamin's is.
It went left, but he punched through those trees and has a look around the corner from there.
Yeah, that's really not too bad a shape there. Looks like you got that one pretty good. It's going down the right side.
And didn't get too much of a skip there either.
Yeah,
so
didn't go too far left, so that's in pretty good shape. Maybe a little more left than you wanted, but not too bad. And Xavier's is turning right.
And not coming back. There are gaps over there, though. Yeah.
Yeah, he seems to have found that one, too, so he won't be in too bad a shape. It's a little low for Josiah, but in this wind, that's a good play.
All of those are pretty crushed drives, and then you look at Eagle, and it's just ridiculous.
So much further past.
That's a great shot around the corner.
Yeah, once you're around the corner, and in this wind, that's really probably what most people are looking for on the second one.
You see the disc just stop
Yeah.
dead in its tracks with that wind pushing on it.
Looks like you got a little more flip to the right. Oh, he's alright though. It's hyzer and back. Yeah, that'll be in good shape. A little more left might have been better to give him a little cleaner line to the basket, but he'll be fine there.
Didn't see where that one ended up.
Oh, there it is. So he's going to be in pretty good shape too. It was a little more right than I think he wanted as well, but he'll be just fine there. This is looking really good.
It gets a crazy
Oh, it got
push.
that wind got hold of it and just took it left.
Wide open look at the basket. That is fantastic.
Just not something that most people can actually do. This is pretty impressive. Is he waving it goodbye?
I think he was.
Oh, that tree seems to have caught it, so he might have been. Without that tree, it might have been over that fence. Josiah's in great position for his third.
Oh, taps that tree.
Oh,
ooh, no.
No. Oh, you can, those
Yeah,
wind
now you
rolls
can see
drive
the
me
wind.
nuts.
This backside, now through hole 17.
Yeah, you can see beyond the basket there's just nothing but open plains. And it just won't let them go too much forward. You really got to get it all the way there in the air pretty much. He'll be alright there. Clip that branch a little bit, but you're pretty much pin high. Okay. And the roll back. It's unfortunate, but that was two great throws, and then the wind just didn't want to let you up by the basket. Josiah trying to really keep that nose down.
Yep, I think he saw what happened to both me and Benjamin. We both had similar kind of wind push.
Alright, well, that's not too bad a shape there. Eagle's kind of under that, just throwing upside down disc, huh? Okay. That's a pretty common play around here.
If you don't have the shot and all you can do is get up to the basket, doesn't matter if it's upside down.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's an unfortunate skip off the top. That wind really lifted it once it hit those. Oh, and just punched right through for Xavier.
This basket is just being brutal right now.
Let's see if Benjamin can make his comeback putt.
Yeah. Yes,
Ooh,
he can.
right over the rim. That's what you really do want to do that in these conditions if you can. It's because then it basically means if you miss, it's low. Oh, just a little bit right. Eagle clean up his birdie, another birdie. Looks like he'll take a bogey, and Josiah is going to clean up a par.
One birdie, one bogey, 3 pars.
Yeah, you could see the wind just slam Josiah's disc up against the side of the cage there.
5-foot putt is a nervy putt.
Yeah. So it really was probably 25, 30 mile an hour winds. Pretty sustained, not gusts.
Well,
so,
then there was the gusts.
Yeah, then there was the gusts, and they were definitely a bit more.
Eagle pulling down more and more. He's just been on a birdie train since hole 9.
Yeah. This one's a little tougher, though. That gap up by... When you throw over that green, that gap that you have to hit is pretty narrow.
That's looking good,
That's the line that you need to put it on, though.
A little bit left, but not bad. Puts him in a good spot.
He'll be kind of blocked by that tree, but probably inside the circle, or at least circle's edge.
That's a bit overturned, and it might get tangled up in the trees.
He at least didn't kick back onto the green, though, it looks like. He ended up on that hillside. He should have a decent look at the green.
Oh,
kind of lost
that's going to be kind of a tricky upshot from there.
He probably hit those trees short of that, on the left side of that path next to the green.
That's a pretty good shot from Josiah.
Yeah,
Just
he'll
a
be
straight
nice
punch.
and open right there.
That nice and low line.
Yeah.
Just keeping it under the wind.
Looks like you're kind of trying to follow suit.
Yeah, I just didn't get the flip I was looking for.
Oh, I can. Yeah, it must have hit those trees as well. Still, you're fairly open. Just a little hyzer around. Oh, a little deep on the hyzer, but still, that's a decent shot. Josiah just.
Ooh.
Oh! Just jump putting it and almost putting it
That
in.
was a pretty putt.
Yeah. Xavier almost got all the way through him. He must have just caught that last one. And he also just a little long on his, or that would have rang it up.
Ooh, Benjamin's tied up pretty bad in that tree. Looks like he had some kind of line though.
Yeah, I think he was past the worst of it. Just had to be kind of under a little bit. An eagle, probably the only one with a real putt.
Oh, sails that
Okay.
one. I think he was looking for the wind to push that back a little bit more than it did.
Just a little too high on that one, but tailwind putt, so you really had to kind of put it up high.
Eagle cleans up his par with no issues. And the others should do the same here. They're all pretty close. Oh, wait, no. Xavier's
He left
still got a
himself a
putt.
little bit of work, yeah.
But he takes it.
A
Nice.
little high on that putt. That was a little, probably made his heart skip a beat a little for a second, but
Kind of tailwindy though, so it's not as big of a deal. If it was that headwind,
yeah,
it'd probably be gone.
that probably would have missed it then. So no birdies on that one, which isn't really that surprising. It's a pretty tough hole. But Eagle's sitting at 10 down, so I don't think it hurt him too bad.
No, he's having a great round.
Yeah.
The rest of us are all sitting somewhere around even.
Yeah, and that's, especially in these conditions, that's actually a pretty good round.
That's where a large portion of the field was sitting.
Yeah. Then we have hole 15 here. You tee off from just above that hole in the parking lot. Makes it kind of a fun downhill shot, but it is headwind left to right, and it was not favorable.
Ooh, from the tee pad, that looked like it was going in. Look at that wind playing with it.
Yeah, the wind was definitely an added challenge. Benjamin taking a sidearm. Oh, it must. I didn't.
I think it chopped into a tree or just
Oh,
into the
yeah.
ground.
Xavier looked like he took that one out pretty wide right. Oh, okay. Bit short. Must have got it a little nose up in that headwind because it didn't really penetrate through. Josiah's been throwing those nice low line drives though. Got that one flipped up nice a little.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to fight around the backside of the trees. Or did it not make it?
It must have got caught up in those pine trees there. But with this headwind, it might not have made it. It was definitely shortening up some of the drives.
Yeah.
I know you can get to this hole with no problem.
There was my splice. I haven't tried it with this hole with that disc until now, just because of the wind.
Right.
Benjamin went a little deep on that. It's going to be a tricky putt.
You can see the wind whipping Xavier's shirt around there. Looks like that'll be a decent shot, though. I mean, he's definitely wishing he'd have got it a little closer, but
Yeah, me too.
in this wind, it's kind of hard to do.
I think he set himself up for a better wind, though. I think he's looking at a good.
That was a
shot
good
there.
bid there from
Yeah,
Josiah.
Josiah was trying for it.
Okay, Xavier was a little shorter than I thought he was, but that was a good bid. Just hit the pole under the cage.
Goes eagle for his birdie putt.
And that's not too bad.
No, that's fine.
From where he was in the wind that was happening, that's a risky putt. So.
That was beautiful. A little high, but that wind kind of sucked
And it was kind of nose down, so it just slammed in and slid down. Oh, and it clipped the cage just enough to roll.
Yeah. I'm going to try that putt Xavier just tried. And put it in about the same spot.
Well, that one was probably straight headwind, so if you get that nose down at all, it's on the ground. And if it's up at all, who knows what's going to happen.
It's behind you.
Yeah. Might have to call up Pine Bluffs and ask them to mail it back.
Those two tapping in a bogey and par respectively. And me with my double bogey. Yay!
So yeah, that one definitely took a toll on a few of you and didn't give anything back to anybody.
No, and with that wind speed and direction on that hole, I don't think there's going to be many birdies at all on the day.
Yeah, I doubt there was very many. I don't have the stats right here, but I bet it scored over par. I bet a lot of these holes scored over par.
Now for 16, it's 294 feet, and it is a straight shot the whole way.
And it looks like he's throwing that old razor claw again.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Doesn't get much better than that unless it goes in.
This hole is
Oh, and that's
really
a little
tight,
early.
and that was pure.
Oh, yeah.
You see that one a lot.
You do. And the left tree.
And those right trees are so dense and low on their branches. Your best option is to put a disc upside down or slide something up.
Looks like Josiah kind of ended up over there.
And so did
Xavier's gonna.
Oh, that's not. That was a good
Him
kick.
and Josiah both got a good kick out at least. I don't know how far in Benjamin went, but. And the sidearm play is a good play. 'Cause it tends to be a little easier to hit that gap with that sidearm, and then it's bending away from the parking lot.
The OB up top can really kind of creep up on you from the tee pad.
That was a good out from Benjamin. It's going to leave him a long putt, but that could have been a lot worse.
Josiah as well. That's a good upshot.
Yeah.
Puts him in range to make that putt. And it's farther than he wanted to be for sure, but close enough to hit.
Yeah, and this hole is another one of those short ones that you feel like you should get, but don't get as often as you should. Nowhere near as often as you should. I've only birdied it a couple times. It's tough to do. You had a good run on that one, though.
Benji for that par save. Great scramble.
That was a heck of a putt there. That really was a great scramble.
Josiah's going to try to follow suit here.
Yeah, he's a little closer, but not really that much. Oh, and almost made it twice. Clean up your par here. Shouldn't be any problem for the rest of you guys to just tap these in. And this wind, though, even that short, and you have to really think about them.
And finally, eagle for the birdie.
Yeah.
I love to see the gallery. You don't see that a lot in Cheyenne or Wyoming tournaments. There's actually a large group of people following the card, and it's really cool to see that.
Yeah, and the more people finished their rounds, the bigger that crowd got. It was really cool to see everybody coming out to watch. So here's hole 17. See, most people are going to take an anhyzer or a sidearm, but in this wind, it really does bring that big hyzer play around the right side into play.
Yep, right over the OB line.
Yeah, it's risky, but in this
like
wind, it's one of the
tactic.
best options.
It's the same razor claw.
And slides it probably just outside the circle there.
That's a good shot.
280 feet, but kind of uphill and an awkward line. Especially in that wind.
Crushes it past the green.
Yeah. It's a good sidearm. Just a little too much on it.
From there.
Yeah, that's for sure. Xavier lining up a similar sidearm. Keeping it a little tighter and a little short.
Good ground play on that.
Yeah, he'll be in good shape there, I think. And you're lining up that hyzer we were talking about.
Not going to see it much from the catch cam.
Yeah. There's just not a whole lot you can see, but you see where it lands there, and you're going to have a similar lie to Benjamin. Not quite as blocked, but a little bit over there.
Oh, Josiah put a good move on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be in good shape over there. A little bit under that, well, right under that tree, so a little bit cramped, but Xavier should have a pretty easy 3 from that one.
Ooh, a tough little window here. He went for the layup and laid it up too much, I think.
Yeah, a little wider left than he wanted, but he was taking all those branches out of play that way, just trusting himself to make the comeback putt. An eagle for another birdie and just a little left.
I sailed way past the basket on my putt.
Almost got it back in though. That was probably almost straight tailwind, wasn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
That's
in
a
there.
great putt there.
Benjamin took those branches out of play by playing it more left and was rewarded by trusting his putt. Great job. That was an amazing putt from Josiah there. Just perfect center from under those branches. That's impressive. You'll tap out your bogey. Eagle here to clean up his par. So I'm not too worried about that, but he definitely is going to still follow a routine because in that wind you don't take anything for granted.
No, sir. And honestly, you can kind of use that routine as a chance to wait for the wind to kind of take a look.
Right. Xavier will clean up his par. And Josiah getting the lone birdie on that one. That's a tougher hole than some people give it credit for. You got to hit that line pretty nicely, and if you hyzer out, you're on that green.
Yeah.
Or if you pull your sidearm too far left.
Consistently pushing that anhyzer down all
Yeah,
the time.
that makes it a really tough shot. So here's hole 18. And in this wind, the hyzer was about the only play. You could try and go straight at it, but the hyzer was the play.
The straight punch is normally the shot. This line right here is
Yeah.
normally the shot.
And Josiah has that beautiful turnover shot that just works perfect for him.
He's looking for another birdie here to end the round.
Yeah. Eagle just going full spike hyzer. And
It was a
parks it.
slice thrown pretty much vertically.
Yeah. Benjamin going sidearm. Looks like he wants it to come back to the right. Oh, you can see it on the patio up there. Needs to get off. Okay, now he's safe again. He's definitely deeper than he'd like, but at least
safe.
it got safe again. Oh, and Xavier's taken that kind of split the gap.
The
kind of
auxiliary route.
Yeah, and he pulled it off. He's going to have a low branch in his way, but that gives him a look at a putt. And it looks like you're looking at that hyzer, kind of like Eagle did.
I liked it. I'll take it a little bit wider.
Not quite as high or as vertical, but pretty similar result. I think actually a better result.
Same
that was
disc as
nicely
well.
thrown. So that was also a splice. Nice.
Boom. Good tree hit.
Yeah. That'll put him in pretty easy range for his 3. You can see that low branch though.
He can hit this.
It's definitely a tricky one.
Yeah.
Oh, and just under the branch. That was perfect. Just a hair higher,
You
and
always
that
have a
branch
choice,
would have
you
stopped
want to go
him.
under, you want to go over. What do you want to do?
Josiah's got this for his birdie to finish out.
Great shot.
That's a great way to finish. That was such a beautiful little flex shot he threw up to there. An eagle to clean up for basically for the new course record.
That is the new course record by 1 or 2 strokes.
Okay. And Benjamin will clean up his par. Now you finally get to put out your birdie.
I had to end my subpar round on a subpar hole.
That's a good way to end it, though. A birdie to keep your spirits up on the last hole. And 4 out of 5 of you birdied it. That's pretty uncommon for that hole. An eagle setting the new course record at 12 down.
So much fun to watch that. I wish I would have been able to see the other guys on the top of this card as well.
Yeah.
You know, Tyler Trefethen, he always comes and slays this course. Maverick Robertson's always a pleasure. Nathan, dude from Casper, he's a fantastic guy. I love to hang out with him. He's a killer on the course. Those guys just slayed it.
And then you got John Chavez. He's a really good player out of Colorado.
Chris Moss,
Chris
he's
Moss.
actually the owner of one of my sponsors, so I got to shout out that Moss Disc Golf.
There you go.
What?
Tyler Liebman, just another great player. We had such a good field out there. It was a lot of fun to watch
I
him
want to give a
play
shout out
this.
again to Kent Embry for throwing on a really good event. It was a blast. It was a tail end of the
and really
championship for the
appreciated
Winter
him
Series.
taking on the extra duty of helping me film this tournament. That was really appreciated. So huge shout out to Kent for all the work he put in for this event.
Thanks for watching, guys. We hope to see you on the next one.
Take it easy.
Later.